lucky Fex having a beautiful place like this to band rehearse in. I should say at the start, the name changes. Overcooked Crustacean, the TOK, and now Stick and Poke. You guys on drugs or something? Is there some kind of... where does the names come from? Especially the latest one. I'm not sure what that is. Is it Hillbilly Fight Club or...
It's a method of tattooing.
Okay.
Our first band name was actually with one of my friends, Michael Lamson. It was Burnt Lobster. Which is
where I got the idea for Overcooked Crustacean.
Right, a tribute to another band that you were just in. Okay.
And then TOK was kind of just...
And what did that stand for? I know it'll fade into memory, but was just you like the sound of it?
It was kind of look cool. Then we found out, there's a reggae band with that name. They're fairly big, so we have to change it.
Now,
unfortunately,
I do think that a lot of bands of your age, I'm just delighted and surprised at your musical influences. You're talking about Pink Floyd, Red Hot Chili Peppers, Nirvana, Green Day, the Pumpkins. Is this from your parents? Is this from your own exploration of music? Where does the kind of influences come from?
a lot of places, friends, family.
Definitely be a mix of our parents and our own explorations, Definitely would have started off with our parents putting us onto music.
For sure, yeah.
It is something that, as I said, it's almost like it's old school to have an actual band, like to have a 4-piece band. So there aren't many outfits today that you say, okay, that'll be an influence on me. Even Radiohead and people like that are not really doing band material. They're sort of going off into electronica and all the rest. Yeah. Is it something that you feel you're almost keeping something alive, that you feel this is traditional? I don't know how you guys view it. Is it a...
So.
Yeah. But does it feel old school? Does it feel like you're almost retro because of the fact that you're not behind a laptop making music?
We played a gig in Enniscorthy, and on top of being one of the only rock bands there in a bunch of metal bands, a few of the bands there, instead of having a drummer or a bassist or a guitarist, they'd have a laptop on stage with them.
Yeah. It does seem to be the norm that, it seems to be obviously a lot cheaper, a lot easier. And drummer, I'm a drummer. We get a hard time. A lot of people say we're not needed anymore.
But we'd rather embrace tradition,
Yeah,
absolutely.
But it seems to be working out very well. Like you look at Kaleidoscope and you've done a bunch of festivals, you've won competitions and all that. Does it feel would you be optimistic in that any artist knows it's going to be a struggle, knows that you're not going to necessarily break through this year or next year? It's going to be hard work. It's going to be building up something. But I don't know, you seem to be on the right track. I don't know if you would dare feel optimistic about it. You feel like, oh yeah, this should work. This will work.
I'm feeling good about it.
Yeah.
It's definitely going to take a year or two, as you said, but
the single's doing well.
The single is doing well.
The single's doing well. We're on 2,300 streams now, I think.
Yeah.
Great.
Something like that.
But that move to also from, the natural joy of just playing covers, it's good for the audience, it's good for you to have fun, but the move to originals, that's obviously a big thing for you guys as well.
That's a more recent thing.
Yeah. But it's also, it's important to keep 1 or 2 covers in the set list to keep an audience happy,
Sure.
And also there's some songs that are too fun not to play.
But would there be a game plan? Would there be a master plan of thinking, well, by this time next year we should have an album's worth of material to sort of put together? Or
we have an album's worth of material.
Okay.
It's the money that's the problem to be honest.
But isn't there now that sort of opportunity to literally put it out there? Obviously you want to be copyright, a little bit control, all that kind of stuff, but actually just getting it out there and seeing how people react, like you're saying, the single's getting reaction. That seems to be a lot easier now than trying to go to a label and trying to get deals done and all that. Initially you can almost build your own fan base and your own kind of industry.
Yeah.
Promotion's just huge now in music.
Yeah.
Most bands are just posting on TikTok, Instagram the whole time. That's how we gain most of our followers as well, just posting the whole time, different videos and pictures and stuff.
The live thing too seems to be very important to you. If you're a traditional band, that's really where everything kind of comes together, that you have that fun of getting an audience kind of reacting. And is there any plans to go kind of doing your own gigs? Would you go into Dublin? I don't know if you've looked at venues yet, even starting with...
We're looking at a couple venues. There's the possibility of a charity gig somewhere in the Enniscorthy, Gorey area later in the next couple of months.
We've been looking at Soundhouse, Fibber McGee's as well, a few different spots. Even where we can open up for bands first and then build up to doing our own headliner gigs.
I know the Whale would probably be happy to have you as doing a support slot to somebody. If you find a band that are playing, there's not a huge amount of bands, but I'm sure if something fit that you felt was a good kind of audience to play to could work. Now, we should say before you're going to play a song for us, but I've noticed in all bands, especially once success kind of hits in, one member goes nuts. Have you any idea which one it would be? That's good to know. We know early on, then we can kind of watch them. So what the song you're going to play? What's the song?
Our new single. It's just released everywhere.
Oh, great.
Yeah, we've been playing it for most of our gigs now. Every gig, actually.
Ah, nice.
It's our opening song for all the gigs. And,
Beautiful.
I also want to say a big thank you to Mark Barry. This warehouse that we're in right now was given to us by Mark Barry. We have a room in there where we like to practice.
Right.
And yeah, he's been very good to us.
And I saw he left out whiskey and vodka and everything for you. He's he's the best counsellor we've ever had. He knows what the kids want.
It's over halfway through the song.
Yeah. So let's just get to your instruments, and then so I'll put the links when we pull up the piece now. The links to obviously following you on social media, but also to catch the single. And I guess you guys are busy people. I know even just catching you was a little bit difficult. Would you kind of, I don't know if you've got a feeling of immediate plans? Like, what are your hopes now by the end of the year? Would you have, I don't know, would you have a gig in Dublin, do you think, by the end of the year?
By the end of the year,
I'd
hopefully.
say so, yeah.
Right.
Another goal for us by the end of the year is to be able to have enough of an audience. Obviously, there's not much space to fill here, but with this setup here, we could have just a little kind of gig here.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Now, I'm very old, so you don't be too loud. But beautiful, lads. I'll catch this then if that's all right. I'm going to play the
Also,
single.
just before, I'd like to thank also our guitar teacher, Fergal Canterbury, who loaned us his home studio to record our demo tapes, which is how
brilliant.
we won the competition to record the single. So
Oh, magic. Fair play to
a lot
him.
of this is...
Well, I think you're always going to need people around that sort of recognise it's not like you've got a lot of money and you can just do what you want. You need people like that around. Yeah. Magic. All right, guys. Whenever you're ready.
This is the single, Expensive Oil.
Boom.
If you can say, Thank you.